It's just all about love and life and living in freedom. That's what it's all about for me now.
Welcome to the Rich Spinster Podcast. This is Alexis, and here we discuss sex, politics, and religion. Everything that they tell you not to discuss, that's what we talk about here on the Rich Spinster Podcast. I hope you guys had a fantastic week. Happy belated Father's Day to all of the fathers out there. Listen, I was reading some Father's Day posts online, and y'all have big feelings about daddies, like big feelings about fathers, which makes sense because, big feelings come about when it comes to parents anyway. And I was looking at some of the posts online, and I felt really grateful to have had a very loving father. I had a very loving father, very attentive father, a very affectionate father, a father who looked at me and he never saw anything wrong. And the love that my dad had for me, I felt. I felt it all of the time. I knew that he was my biggest cheerleader. But I look at my dad, who was a man from another time, and he was not afraid of affection and expression. And I think that that is why I really appreciate those qualities, not just in men, but in people in general. And so when I was reading certain things about fathers and all of that online, it made me actually sad to think that there are so many people whose idea of fatherhood is rooted in fear and absence, right? Having to fill in the story of who your father was because he wasn't there. But many of us have those same stories with mothers as well, and there's always big feelings about mothers. But it was just highlighted to me yesterday, the contrast between motherhood, Mother's Day, and Father's Day, and how people normally sing the praises of their mothers. My mother was there no matter what, and maybe that is because mothers are usually there no matter what. But they're great stories of fathers too. Wonderful stories of fathers. And those stories, I think, should be celebrated and talked about and expressed. Because a father is not a nothing. And I would not be who I am today were it not for the love, the nurturing support, and care of the man who raised me. So fathers are so important. So happy belated Father's Day out there. Somebody who didn't know what the fuck he was doing on Father's Day is Donald Trump, though. You see, he posted a picture of some random woman and put like great daughter or something. This man is sundowning every day and we're acting like this is just normal. Y'all not upset enough for me. What are they gonna do about him? What are they gonna do about Trump? I saw on, I believe it was CNN's or C-SPAN's show. Damn, I forget the name of the show where they call in. And this caller called in, and this caller was saying, you don't understand. This is a different level of Christian nationalism we have here. They don't pray for Trump. They pray to Trump. They pray to him. That's different. They believe that he is infallible, many of them. They believe that he cannot lie. And the people that pray to him, those are the scariest. I'm also a little apprehensive about those of you who are praying for him, but that's your business. It is not a part of my spiritual practice to pray for the oppressor. But do what you will. You realize how the world is changing, and you realize how people are not necessarily getting smarter. But I must admit that even I was surprised by the level of dumb. That's a different kind of scary. I don't know. I just feel like everything is speeding up, right? We're in this world We're thrown in this world with people that we didn't pick, and we're just all trying to do the best that we can. Meanwhile, this shit is speeding up. Shit is happening that is out of our control. Everything is set up to tell us what to believe, what to think, what to do, what to eat, what to drink, where to go, what's fun, what to watch on television, what to listen to on the radio, what's the new style, what's the new trend, what should you be wearing? Barrel jeans? Are they in for you or nah? Everything is coming from the outside. Everything is coming from the outside. And so for me, it's always a constant battle of what do I let in? What do I consume? What am I listening to? What am I saying? All of those things. It's a practice. It's an everyday practice. And frankly, I'm not that good at it. I'm not that good at it. But I work to be good at it. We all belong to this world, but some of us are not of this world. Like I'm in this world, but I'm not of this world. And when you're not of the world, you look at people in the world like they're fucking crazy. In a little bit of celebrity news that I never do, why is everybody is so mad at Gwyneth Paltrow? Listen, y'all should have known that Gwyneth Paltrow was crazy when she released that candle that said, "This smells like my vagina," and it was $75. I think that's a cute idea, but I have never once said, you know what I would really like? A candle that smells like Gwyneth Paltrow's coochie. What? I've never spent any time wondering. I wonder what Gwyneth Paltrow's coochie smells like. Never. Now, Erykah Badu, I got the incense. Yeah, I'm a burn that Badu pussy today. I love that incense. If you have not smelled Badu Pussy by Erykah Badu, go ahead, go on her website and order her incense. There is also an incense that I found years ago. I don't know where I bought it. I bought it someplace online, and it simply is called Pussy. And it is the best incense that I have ever had. I still have some in there. And it smells different than Badu Pussy. If I had to choose between the two, I would go with Pussy and not Badu Pussy. But, whatever. My point is this. It is the best smelling incense that I found. I still have it, and I would love, love, love to have like a perfume oil or something of it. It's just fabulous. But also, when someone asks me what I'm wearing, I really just want to say Pussy, just to get their reaction. And I respect the fact that, you know what, you named the incense exactly what it smells like. Exactly. Like, that's the thing about it. That's the thing that it's hard to describe, is that it smells like pussy. It has an earthy sweetness to it. Smells a little like you gotta try it. You gotta try it. It is the best incense in the world. And I also find that one's reaction to it is based on the experiences that they've had with pussy. So when I tell somebody that I have pussy incense, if in their mind they've had bad pussy experience, well, they turn up their nose. They're like, pussy. But the rest of us are like, yeah, man, that's nice. That's nice. Listen, my niece read to me a list of like her favorite shows for kids. So she's like, one day when I have a child, these are the shows that I want my child to watch. These were the shows that were really impactful for me. And I was listening to her list of shows, and some of them were really good. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, of course. Of course. You have to pass that on from generation to generation. The finest children's program ever, okay? But I'm listening to her list and I realize she doesn't have a different world on her list. She doesn't have 227. Right. All of that is fine. But she also did not have the Cosby Show on her list. My niece has never watched the Cosby Show. She's 18 years old. How in the world? I told her, I said, this is solely the fault of your Black father. How is it and that your father did not make sure that you saw the Cosby Show as a child. I have the entire series on a hard drive. I still watch The Cosby Show. It was so influential for me and people in my generation, obviously, as children. But even now, I go back to that show for those feel good moments. And my niece has never seen it. I told my niece, you have to see, there's certain shows that you have to see before you go off to college. There will never be a time when you're gathered with Black people for more than an hour that you're not going to hear somebody reference The Cosby Show or A Different World, for God's sakes. She doesn't even know who Gordon Gartrell is. And she only has half a Black card to begin with. The rest of it's going to get snatched. I was shocked at that. Do you guys spend time showing your kids things from your childhood? Especially cultural things like that? You have to. And we're not talking about Bill Cosby here. We're talking about Dr. Huxtable. She doesn't even understand why we were so upset when our favorite cousin Theo passed away. I was in complete and total shock that she has not seen The Cosby Show. She's also never seen The Color Purple. As a Black woman, you kind of need that. You need to know, you need to be able to recite The Color Purple. I don't trust the Black woman who has never seen The Color Purple. If you cannot tell me what Sophia said at that table at the end of The Color Purple, when she was talking about sitting in that jail about to rot to death, if you can't do your part and recite that as a Black woman, I don't trust you. Sorry. So my job this summer is to make sure that my niece sees The Color Purple and one of the top 3 episodes from The Cosby Show. It is absolute necessity. The fuck? How can you not have seen that? It is just so bizarre. I don't know what they're doing in Kentucky. The Obama Center opened. I don't know if you guys listened to the beautiful speeches by Barack and Michelle Obama, but I listened to them. Go to YouTube and look at the videos. It's amazing. Every time I look at Barack and Michelle Obama, I'm just grateful for all the ways that the stars aligned so that they could come into being for us. I love them. And Michelle Obama is stunning. She is so tall and lean and carries herself with such grace. More grace than I could ever carry myself with. Because if I were Michelle Obama, motherfuckers would have been cursed out on national television long ago. Wait, so I have seen these videos online, and I have a serious question for folks. Do y'all let your kids curse? That's very, I feel like that's very new school. Old school is you don't curse in front of your parents. There's some things I'm very old school about. Children cursing, I'm very old school about. I cannot stand it. Why is this person that still needs help wiping their ass cursing with you in conversation? It just doesn't sound nice. I know that it's just words, but it just does not sound nice. And I am very old school when it comes to that. Not only do I not like children cursing, I still don't curse in front of certain adults. A respect thing, or just the way that I've been raised to believe that you save your most casual language for friends. That on my aunt, my uncle is not my friend. My parents are not my friends. Therefore, I don't talk to them like I would talk to my friends. My nephew now is almost 20 years old. He curses in front of his parents, and I'm always confused by it. And I was like, oh, this is different. This is different. Now, my niece doesn't. My niece will spell it out. And it's not even that I'm offended by it, and I'm actually not. She's free to say whatever she wants, but it is just a weird thing. These kids are on the internet, and they're going, they say, fuck it. Go big or go to fuck home. They are cursing. 3 years old. Bitch, where's my juice box? What? Oh, speaking of juice box. Weird transition, but I've had enough with these damn pineapples with Kool-Aid. These Kool-Aid pineapples must stop. Literally, they're pineapples with Kool-Aid. Nothing groundbreaking. That's it. However, All I see on the internet are people trying Kool-Aid with damn pineapples. That's fine. But let's stop acting like this is like a Michelin star worthy recipe or something. What is going on? Y'all take shit and ride that shit all the way to type 2 diabetes. So Jay-Z has a Target deal. And I'm seeing this all over the internet. People are upset. How could he? How could he? Listen, Jay-Z does not control whether or not you walk into Target. That's all I got to say about that. I'm not surprised that someone who's basically a billionaire just did a deal with Target. What do y'all expect? Jay-Z told you, I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. We already see what happened with the NFL, right? Right? Jay-Z got involved. Y'all got lift every voice and sing. Thank you for listening to the Rich Spinster Podcast. You can listen to the podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts. I will talk to you soon. Have a great week, everyone.